Most women over 50 use coconut oil just to soften the hair, but the real science behind it is far more powerful. Research shows coconut oil can enter the hair shaft, reduce protein loss by up to 40%, and even help calm a dry, itchy scalp linked to menopause. The problem? Almost everyone uses it the wrong way and miss the benefits their hair truly needs at this age. As a quick introduction, my name is Dr. Eliza Hart, a board-certified obstetrician and gynecologist with over 15 years of experience in women's health and hormonal wellness. I've guided thousands of women through the changes that come with menopause, and one thing I hear constantly is how confusing hair care becomes after 50. What worked in our 20s and 30s rarely works the same today, because our hormones and our hair biology, have changed. Before we dive in, take a second to subscribe to the channel and comment the country you're watching from so I can see how far this message is reaching women around the world. And please help me reach my first 20,000 subscribers so I have even more motivation to keep creating helpful videos like this. Now let's explore why coconut oil is uniquely effective for aging hair and how to use it correctly to finally see results. 1. Why hair changes after 50, the hormonal science behind it. As we begin, I'd like you to take a moment and think back to how your hair felt in your late 20s or 30s. Fuller, more resilient, naturally shiny, and far less demanding to care for. Many women tell me they feel as though their hair changed overnight, becoming drier, thinner, and more fragile once they crossed into their 50s. In reality, this shift is not sudden at all. It is the result of gradual biological changes that accumulate over years, finally becoming noticeable around menopause. Understanding why this happens is the key to choosing the right care, and it's often the missing puzzle piece that transforms results. As estrogen begins to decline during perimenopause and continues falling after menopause, the scalp produces significantly less natural oil, known as sebum. Sebum once acted as your hair's built-in conditioner, coating each strand with moisture and protecting it from environmental damage. When estrogen levels are high, this natural oil flows more easily, keeping hair soft and supple. However, once estrogen drops, studies show that sebaceous activity decreases by up to 40%, which is why so many women experience sudden dryness, brittleness, and increased frizz after 50. Without this protective coating, the hair shaft becomes vulnerable to breakage, especially during washing, brushing, or heat styling. There is another layer to this change that often goes unnoticed. Reduced estrogen affects not just the hair itself, but the scalp's overall environment. Circulation to the scalp naturally slows with age, meaning fewer nutrients reach the hair follicles. Follicles that are not adequately nourished can shrink, leading to thinner strands and slower regrowth. This is one of the major reasons women describe their ponytail feeling half its usual volume, or notice more visible scalp when parting their hair. In addition, declining estrogen weakens collagen production, and since collagen supports the hair follicle and surrounding tissues, the structural foundation that once held hair firmly in place becomes less robust. To illustrate this, one of my patients, Linda, age 62, shared that she had never struggled with hair concerns until menopause. Within a single year, she noticed her hair losing its natural sheen, becoming more wiry and shedding more than ever before. Once she understood that her hair issue was hormonal, not a failure of her routine, she was able to approach her care with far more clarity and confidence, which made all the difference. By recognizing that the changes in your hair are rooted in hormone biology rather than personal care mistakes, you can begin to make more informed and effective choices. And this brings us to a natural solution that aligns beautifully with what aging hair truly needs next. 2. The science of why coconut oil works for aging hair. Many women have heard that coconut oil is good for the hair, yet very few truly understand what makes it uniquely effective, particularly for women after 50 whose hair is losing strength, moisture, and resilience. Before we talk about how to use it correctly, it's important to understand why this oil behaves differently from most others. and why it aligns so well with the biological changes that happen to aging hair. The most remarkable property of coconut oil lies in its molecular structure. Unlike heavier oils that sit on the surface, coconut oil is rich in a medium-chain fatty acid called lauric acid. What sets lauric acid apart is its low molecular weight and straight structure, which allow it to penetrate the hair shaft rather than coating it externally. Several studies have demonstrated that coconut oil can enter the inner cortex and help protect the proteins that give hair its strength. This is particularly valuable for women over 50 because reduced estrogen makes the hair shaft more porous and prone to losing protein. Research published in cosmetic science journals shows that coconut oil can reduce protein loss by up to 40% when used before washing, providing a protective buffer during the most damaging phases of hair care: wetting, shampooing, and drying. Beyond protein preservation, coconut oil also helps control the amount of water the hair absorbs when wet. Hair naturally swells as it absorbs water, and repeated swelling and contraction weaken the cuticle over time. For younger hair, this stress is less noticeable, but for hormonally aging hair that is already fragile, this mechanical damage quickly shows up as breakage, split ends, and thinning. Coconut oil helps limit this swelling, allowing the hair to remain more stable during washing. This mechanism is often overlooked, yet it can make a meaningful difference in how hair looks and feels after just a few weeks of consistent use. Another benefit relevant to menopausal scalp changes is its soothing effect. Many women report increased scalp sensitivity after 50, often describing a dry, tight, or tingling sensation. Coconut oil contains natural emollient and calming properties that can ease this discomfort when used in moderation, helping the scalp feel more nourished and balanced. When women recognize that coconut oil is not merely a shine enhancer, but rather a replenishing and protective treatment that works with the biology of aging hair, they tend to use it with more intention and consistency. And once we understand its internal strengthening benefits, it becomes easier to see why the scalp often responds positively as well. This leads us naturally to an area where coconut oil offers additional support, addressing dryness and flaking on the scalp after 50. 3. Supporting the scalp. After 50, coconut oil for dryness and flaking. One of the most overlooked aspects of hair changes after 50 is what happens at the scalp. Many women focus on frizz, breakage, or thinning strands, yet the true starting point of healthy hair is the environment from which it grows. If the scalp becomes dry, tight, or flaky, the hair that emerges will naturally be weaker and more fragile. This is why caring for the scalp is just as essential as caring for the hair itself, especially during and after menopause. As estrogen declines, the scalp's ability to retain moisture and maintain a balanced barrier begins to diminish. The protective layer that once kept the scalp supple and nourished becomes thinner, making it more vulnerable to irritation and dryness. This shift can result in a type of flaking that is often mistaken for dandruff, but the root cause is different. Rather than excess oil or fungal overgrowth, which is more common in younger individuals, postmenopausal flaking is frequently linked to dryness and a disrupted skin barrier. Women often describe this as snow-like flakes, a tight feeling at the crown, or a subtle itch that becomes more noticeable at night or after washing the hair. Coconut oil offers meaningful support here because of its natural soothing and barrier-restoring properties. Studies show that lauric acid has gentle antimicrobial effects and can help rebalance the scalp's microbiome, particularly when mild yeast overgrowth contributes to flaking. At the same time, coconut oil acts as an emollient, softening the outer layer of the scalp and helping to seal in hydration. When used sparingly, it can ease tightness, reduce itching, and encourage a calmer, more comfortable scalp environment. Many women I've worked with find that applying a small amount of warmed coconut oil once or twice a week creates noticeable relief within a short period. If you've experienced scalp dryness after 50, I'd love to know what it feels like for you personally. Is it flaking, itching, tightness, or sensitivity? Share a few words in the comments because your experience may encourage another woman watching this video to feel less alone. And it also helps me tailor future videos to your real needs. When we begin nurturing the scalp rather than only treating the hair, the results become far more consistent and long-lasting. A healthier scalp naturally supports healthier hair growth, and this shift in focus often becomes a turning point for women who have struggled for years. With that foundation in place, the next step is learning how to use coconut oil effectively after 50 so you can gain all of these benefits without weighing your hair down or causing buildup. 4. How to use coconut oil correctly after 50. At this stage, it becomes increasingly clear that coconut oil can offer genuine support for aging hair and scalp, yet the results women experience vary widely. The difference rarely lies in the oil itself, but in how it is used. Many women unknowingly apply coconut oil in ways that worked for them years ago, without considering that hair after 50 behaves differently and requires a more thoughtful approach. When used with the right method, coconut oil becomes a targeted treatment rather than a quick cosmetic fix. For women over 50, the most effective way to use coconut oil is as a pre-wash treatment, rather than a leave-in or daily styling product. Aging hair tends to be more porous and delicate, meaning it benefits greatly from protection before shampooing. Applying a small amount of warmed coconut oil from mid-length to ends about 20 to 30 minutes before washing creates a protective barrier around the hair shaft. This reduces mechanical damage that often happens when hair swells with water and helps maintain softness after rinsing. Warming the oil is not a gimmick. Gentle heat improves spreadability and absorption, allowing you to use less product while achieving better coverage. Quantity also matters far more than many people realize. While it may feel intuitive to use a generous amount to deeply nourish the hair, using too much can weigh the hair down, especially for those with finer strands. A teaspoon is usually enough for shorter or finer hair, while thicker or longer hair may need up to 2 teaspoons. Distributing the oil evenly with your fingers or a wide-tooth comb ensures that no area becomes overly coated. Leaving it in for extended periods, such as overnight, can be helpful occasionally, but doing so too frequently may lead to buildup that dulls the hair rather than enhancing it. Equally important is removing the oil thoroughly. Coconut oil does not rinse out easily with a single shampoo, and inadequate cleansing can leave the hair flat or heavy. A double cleanse, using a gentle shampoo twice, helps lift excess oil without stripping the hair. Many women are surprised to learn that their past poor results were not due to coconut oil itself, but to residue left behind. As you begin adjusting your routine with these refined techniques, you'll likely notice the hair feeling smoother, less prone to breakage, and easier to manage. Once the application method is mastered, the next crucial piece is understanding when coconut oil may not be the best fit for your hair or scalp, and how to recognize those signs early. 5. When coconut oil may not be the right fit for you. Although coconut oil offers meaningful benefits for many women, it's just as important to recognize that it isn't universally suitable. I've met women who assumed coconut oil failed them, when in reality their hair or scalp simply wasn't the right match for this oil. Knowing when coconut oil may not be the best choice can save you time, frustration, and prevent unnecessary damage, especially when your hair is already more delicate after 50. This is where listening to your hair becomes as essential as the product itself. One scenario in which coconut oil may not perform well is for women with very fine or low-density hair. Because this hair type is naturally lightweight, coconut oil can coat the strands too heavily, causing hair to look flat or greasy, even when only a small amount is used. Fine hair often benefits more from lighter oils that nourish without overwhelming the strand. If you've ever used coconut oil and felt your hair looked lifeless, this may be the reason rather than a misuse of the product. Coconut oil can also be counterproductive for women who experience scalp congestion or are prone to buildup. While its occlusive nature helps seal in moisture, this same property can trap residue on the scalp if not washed out properly. For anyone dealing with clogged follicles, scalp pimples, or a waxy feeling at the roots, frequent coconut oil use may intensify the issue. In these cases, the priority should be rebalancing the scalp before reintroducing heavier oils. Women with inflammatory scalp conditions, such as eczema, psoriasis, or seborrheic dermatitis, also need to approach coconut oil with caution. Although it can soothe mild dryness, these conditions often require targeted care, and coconut oil may not provide the relief needed. Some individuals may experience sensitivity or irritation, particularly if they react to natural plant oils. Patch testing a small amount on the skin or scalp for 24 to 48 hours is a simple way to check for compatibility before applying it more broadly. The good news is that a lack of compatibility with coconut oil does not mean running out of options. There are alternative oils that align better with specific hair needs after 50. Argan oil for fine hair, castor oil for thinning or shedding, and jojoba oil for scalp balancing are a few examples. Understanding which category you fall into empowers you to choose more intentionally rather than relying on trial and error. Once you've identified whether coconut oil is your ideal match, the final piece is selecting the right type of coconut oil, because quality plays a bigger role than most people realize. 6. Choosing the right coconut oil for best results. After 50. Before adding coconut oil into your routine with confidence, it's essential to understand that not all coconut oils are created equal. The quality of the oil determines how effectively it can nourish your hair and scalp. And this is especially important for women over 50 whose hair has become more selective about what it responds to. Selecting the right type of coconut oil ensures you receive the full therapeutic benefits rather than just a superficial effect. The first distinction to pay attention to is whether the oil is virgin or refined. Virgin, sometimes labeled extra virgin, is extracted from fresh coconut meat without high heat or chemical processing. This method preserves the natural fatty acids, antioxidants, and micronutrients that support both scalp comfort and hair strength. In contrast, refined coconut oil is typically processed from dried coconut kernels and may undergo deodorizing and bleaching. While it may appear lighter or less fragrant, much of the beneficial nutritional value is reduced, making it less suitable for restorative hair care. The extraction method is equally important. Cold-pressed coconut oil is considered the gold standard for hair and scalp use, as it maintains the oil's natural structure and bioactive compounds. Heat-processed oils can lose some of their soothing and protective properties, which are precisely what aging hair and scalp need. When possible, opt for organic and sustainably sourced options, as these reduce the likelihood of chemical residues that could irritate a more sensitive scalp. Texture and aroma can also guide your choice. High-quality virgin coconut oil usually has a gentle, natural coconut scent and a smooth texture that melts easily between your fingers. If the oil smells artificially sweet, feels waxy, or has an unusual after scent, it may be lower in quality or mixed with additives. Choosing your unadulterated oil provides a cleaner and more reliable experience for the scalp and hair shaft. Storage and shelf life play a role as well. Coconut oil should be kept in a cool, dry place with the lid tightly closed to maintain freshness. Once opened, it is best used within 6 to 12 months. If the oil develops an off smell or unusual texture, it's wise to replace it to avoid scalp irritation. By prioritizing purity, extraction method, and thoughtful sourcing, you set a stronger foundation for visible improvement. With the right oil in hand, the next step is knowing how to begin using it in a way that feels manageable, gentle, and supportive for your hair's current stage. Now that you understand how coconut oil supports aging hair and scalp, I want to offer a simple way to begin that doesn't feel overwhelming or time-consuming. Many women try to change too much at once and quickly give up, so this approach eases your hair into the routine gradually, giving it time to respond. During the first week, keep things very simple. Choose one day when you will apply a small amount of warm coconut oil to the mid-lengths and ends of your hair about 20 minutes before washing. This single step offers protection during shampooing, helps reduce breakage, and allows you to notice how your hair behaves afterward without adding pressure or too many steps at once. As you move into the second week, if your scalp tends to feel dry, tight, or uncomfortable, you can introduce a light scalp massage with a teaspoon of warm coconut oil. Use slow, circular movements for a few minutes, then wash your hair with a gentle double cleanse to remove any residue. If your scalp feels balanced and doesn't need extra moisture, simply continue with the pre-wash treatment. The goal is to respond to your scalp's needs rather than forcing a routine that may not suit you. By the third week, once your hair has adjusted, you can refine the routine by pairing coconut oil with a supportive oil that aligns with your priority. Women with fine or low volume hair often notice a better result when a few drops of argan oil are blended in, while those concerned about thinning or shedding may benefit from adding a touch of castor oil. Blend only a small amount so the treatment remains light and comfortable, and continue using it once a week. As you continue beyond the first 3 weeks, pay attention to small changes rather than expecting a dramatic transformation overnight. Signs of improvement often show up subtly at first. Hair may feel less fragile when brushing, breakage around the sink or shower may decrease, and your scalp may feel calmer or less tight. If you feel comfortable, you can maintain this routine once a week or increase to twice a week during drier seasons, especially in winter, or if you live in a low humidity climate. The most important part is consistency, as mature hair tends to respond best to gentle, repeated nourishment over time rather than intense or frequent treatments. Every woman's scalp and hair respond differently, so allow yourself to observe, adjust, and be gentle with the process. If you have a scalp condition or uncertainty about what is right for you, seeking personalized guidance from a healthcare professional or dermatologist is always a wise step. As we come to the end of this video, I hope you now see that caring for your hair after 50 is not about trying to fix something that has gone wrong, but about understanding the natural shifts taking place within your body and responding with gentle, science-backed support. Coconut oil, when chosen thoughtfully and used with the right approach, can be a meaningful ally for aging hair by protecting protein, soothing the scalp, and reinforcing the hair's moisture barrier in a way that aligns with your biology at this stage of life. If there are 3 key takeaways I want you to leave with today, they would be these. First, your hair changes after 50 because your hormones change, not because you have done anything wrong. Second, coconut oil is not just a surface-level shine product, but a therapeutic treatment when used correctly and in moderation. And lastly, small and consistent steps are far more effective for mature hair than intense routines or quick fixes. Your hair responds to kindness, patience, and nourishment, not pressure. As you begin incorporating what you've learned, listen to your scalp and hair without judgment. Some weeks it may ask for a little more moisture, other weeks a little less. The goal is not perfection, but partnership with your body. And if something doesn't work for you, it simply means your hair is guiding you toward what it truly needs. Thank you for spending your time with me today. If this video brought you clarity, comfort, or encouragement, I'd truly appreciate you subscribing, sharing this with another woman who may benefit, and leaving a warm comment below. Your presence here means more than you know, and I am grateful for this growing community of women supporting one another with wisdom, grace, and science.